That was my biggest fear going into this. People are very sensitive when they see themselves on camera.
So, what is the show about?
Like a reality show, kind of like The Hills, but maybe not so serious, specifically for gay guys. The best TV is obviously when people are open and vulnerable, but people don't know how they're going to react until they like see themselves. Oh, I should take this thing off. Sorry. On social media, people like to watch people. They like to get a glimpse into their lives. I could just, vlog and just say whatever, but I don't like it when it's just me. I like to bring out the colors and all the different people and like see what makes them them and then see how they all fit together.
I like that actually.
I don't look like such a lush if I keep holding this. I'm like nervous to do it now. Where did I want to start with that? I guess I start at the beginning. I met Taryn in 2016.
I'm Taryn. I'm a florist by trade. I've been doing it for about 15 years. I met Chris the first night I ever went to a club. It took me all night to gather the courage to come up to him because he was constantly surrounded by guys. I wrote my number on a napkin and I ran up to him and gave him the napkin and I left.
I was so used to being single and just doing whatever I wanted. So by the time I met Taryn, I wasn't really looking for something, but I ended up finding someone who was very compatible with me. Do you think this is cute? I had to cut the sleeves off because they were falling apart.
I kind of like it better that way. I'm a big fan of things like tarot. Most people don't take the time to reflect. Tarot is like a way that kind of forces people to sit down and think about the choices that they've made or the choices that they will make. This season will probably not be at all like your other seasons.
Yeah, because I haven't filmed in like this properly in like 10 years, so. I haven't done this in so long because when I did this in 2009 with The Valley, which was my original show, the people who were excited in the beginning and the people who were hesitant in the beginning, they kind of switched once the first episode came out.
It's the end of one era and the beginning of another. The problem at first, they'll probably want to edit themselves in a certain way.
The people I'm filming.
Yeah, they'll probably be afraid to be vulnerable. The problem nowadays with reality TV is people are very aware of how they'll appear, so they edit themselves. There isn't as much honesty as there once was.
It's okay that I'm doing it.
Like your eyes are hurting, like,
yeah. I never thought I could care for someone that would bring me to tears.
What do you think, down or out?
For your hair?
Yeah.
How about halfway? Like shows a little bit of forehead, but comes down a little bit.
Are you excited? How are you feeling about tonight?
Pandemic's over, so might as well squeeze out as much as I can.
Before the pandemic, I was more of a shut-in. I like to keep to myself and not really go anywhere. Life is short. You could spend 2 years locked up at home, so I definitely feel a lot more comfortable dancing now.
Have you met Josh before?
I have.
I know they said that it was okay to film, but it's kind of weird to film because I'd never filmed those people before.
Well, the problem is people don't know if they're okay with filming until something's like edited and they can see the final product.
It's a lot of work. The reason I'm doing the reality format like this is because a lot of people like that. I was really nervous at first because, when you walk into a party, do you want to whip out a camera and be doing this to people? Like, it's weird. How do you feel being 27? Are you not?
22. Oh, they fixed it. I'm 27 again.
The party was really fun. Honestly, I didn't even really notice the camera.
I'm Josh. I've just moved to Davie Village and I'm having my birthday tonight. During the pandemic, it was really tough to go out and I wasn't living in a big city. Now that I'm in the city, I get to enjoy party life. Well, I was mostly to be with my now husband, Flanho.
Why did I get bugged? I know. I was like, why did I let you cheat?
We played beer pong, we played like Mario Party, and we found it at a bunch of shots for that too.
Oh, you gotta take a drink? That doesn't count.
And it was really fun.
Josh brought out like a ring light with a cell phone holder, so I was able to put my cell phone on a ring light, which is a very clear indication that there's a camera here. Once that happened, the rest was so easy. It's Kieran!
My name is Kieran, born and raised in Vancouver. Life post-pandemic. It almost feels normal. Seeing friends, going out, things like that, going to events, almost as in since before times, as we now lovingly refer to them as. Hi, my name is Dillon. I moved here from Ireland. I still feel super new here. I haven't met enough people yet.
The first time I met Dillon was at the club. Invited him to my birthday party, so that's how we got closer.
Good, you?
I want to meet more Irish people. I haven't met any Irish people yet, so that would be nice to do.
Are you Irish? Yeah. Oh, I just noticed.
So there was another Irish guy. He was introduced to Dillon.
Drink up, Irish boy.
There's two of them now, you gotta specify.
So Dingle?
Where all the Americans are from.
Oh yeah, that was, yeah.
I've been called an American, I'm gone.
Dillon, you just met an Irish guy and you've already offended him, but he was fine.
He's like, I'm leaving right now.
I say a lot of dumb shit as well, and yeah, especially when I'm drunk.
Hi, you signed your wall? Did you sign a wall test?
What the fuck are you talking about, Josh?
Did you sign a wall?
What's a wall?
I did that
Oh,
thing.
the wall.
What?
I just Sailor Moon on it.
Yeah, I did that thing.
When it comes to boys, Kieran is like a heat-seeking missile, and it's actually pretty impressive.
Where were you guys for the past forever?
If there's a cute boy there, Kieran will be like, "Poof." Yeah.
Oh, is that all it took?
In a video the whole time.
Is he allowed to light his own candle?
Super bad luck or something. I think you're just saying shit. Are there 27 candles on here? Yeah.
I'm the third generation pastry chef. My grandmother taught me, my father taught me. So I've been bred and raised in the industry since as long as I can remember, but professionally post-school, 11 years now.
Well, it tastes delicious. So I remember you liking like an Earl Grey donut or something. I love Earl Grey and everything.
I lost like so many fucking games in Mario Party. I don't know why. I left the beer pong out on my birthday, but I was not the drunkest there.
Sorry. I've taken 4 shots in the last 3 minutes.
Parties with our friends can be a little funny because you've got one person playing beer pong, another person making out in the corner, and then you've got Taryn on the floor giving a tarot reading.
Oh, it's down there.
Are you having a good night?
Yeah, of course.
Sometimes you look angry.
No, that's my...
That's your
regular
face?
Yeah.
That's my regular face, Joe. We both have resting bitch face. I'm not like a huge YouTuber, but I do get sponsorship offers sometimes, which is cool. So sometimes brands will reach out and they'll want you to put a product in your video, or they'll want you to do a review.
Chris, this is Valentine, founder of Matador Meggings. Just wanted to thank you for supporting my small business.
Or in some cases, you'll make an entire video for their channel. So sometimes I'll rope Taryn into doing those videos with me, and it's pretty funny. It's time for our next toy, which is this one. I can't believe I'm doing this.
This feels super realistic.
Are you ready? Wait, hold.
I don't do a lot of sponsor videos, but I actually really like doing it.
Oh my gosh, that went directly up my nostrils. I'm assuming that was water shooting into my nose.
Yeah, it was water.
Do you still have it on?
Yeah, do you want me to do it again?
Kind of. But wait.
I love this park, but I hate that they make you pay for parking now. Didn't you used to hate bubbles?
No.
You always liked them?
Yeah. I just don't like grass jelly.
Oh, you know what I found out?
What?
Dylan's birthday is this weekend.
I didn't hear about it.
He didn't have anything planned. Dylan's new here, and a couple days before his birthday, he messages me, and he doesn't have a plan. We should host something for him. It would be sad to just like do nothing on your birthday.
This is Dylan's first birthday after the pandemic. He hasn't planned anything at all. So Chris decided to step in and plan some things to make it a little more special.
Yeah. I don't think he wants to be alone. I think he just like didn't know if anyone would come or something. I think he might be having a tough time like adjusting still.
I'm not so much of a planner. Usually it's Chris who plans everything. It's actually a lot of work. I don't think people realize.
What is that man doing? Looking for bottles? I think he's trying to pay for parking. He's gonna be here a long time.
It was my birthday. Chris organized it all, so I was very thankful.
Chris planned it all, invited people, decorated. He even put up like a happy birthday banner. I actually got Dillon's birth flower, which is the aster.
Delicious.
You both have many friends, just differently.
Between me and Taryn?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've made a big effort to bring people together. I give off a bit more of a standoffish vibe, but then it turns out it's actually the opposite. I'm the one texting people and making all the plans, whereas he's the one that like doesn't text people back. And I was like, oh, Taryn's so sweet and Taryn's so nice. And I'm like, what do I gotta do? Like, I'm trying here.
Sorry.
Dillon, happy birthday, Dillon.
Happy birthday, Dillon.
Yeah.
You don't wanna, it's your birthday, you don't wanna like blend in with black.
The one he's wearing is cute.
Yeah.
I was really lucky to make friends here, like straight away. I was lucky to make those kind of connections straight away. I don't think that happens for everyone.
This is the first t-shirt I brought to meet you guys. Yeah, this is the first time I met you guys. This is my favorite t-shirt.
It can be tough. But, you know, I've heard stories from people here.
Vancouver is notoriously flaky. I need to get this off my chest. Grown-ass adults who pay taxes and vote won't show up to the plans that they made. We as a city should be a little bit ashamed of it. When I first met Dillon, he came over the first night I invited him. I was actually pretty impressed by that.
I have a Twitter account. You can follow me on Jacob Foster XXX. When I started it, my friend back at home was like, it would just be so funny if you just made this Twitter and started posting thirst traps. I woke up one day, like just like a week before Christmas, and it was like all these packages from people. It was like from strangers on there. Yeah, it was really sweet. Then it just blew up. Just is like a nice community, you know. I'm like really thankful for it, you know.
Oh, come against.
We also did a little bit of karaoke. I love karaoke.
And we went to Junction. I don't remember much of it. I had a lot of fun though.
Pretty cold now. I came out on a crop top and it felt great, but now it's pretty chilly.
Hi, we made it out. I went to that party with Funny Bus. You guys want to
Somebody come get her.
I don't remember anything, obviously, at all. I remember being handed lots of water, actually. Yeah, it's weird being a year older, I guess. That last year, yeah.
How was your birthday?
Well, I'm glad. I'm grateful that it was fun.
It was the best.
I'm excited, though, for this year, definitely.
So, do you remember what my idea was for the t-shirt?
No.
TeePublic reached out and wanted me to do merch, and I've never done that before. Basically, it was just a picture of us, like anime style, but like where I asked you out. I reached out to a local artist who Taryn works with. I asked her if she could draw a picture of the moment where I asked Taryn to be my boyfriend. So I just got an email back from Logan.
Oh, my coworker.
Yeah.
My coworker is an amazing artist. She even has her own webcomic.
This is the concept sketch.
Oh, that's so cute.
That's pretty much exactly what I was thinking, right?
Yeah. Wait, what's that?
So that was the camera that you were holding.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, everything's pretty much exactly how I wanted it to be. Any thoughts before she goes ahead?
No, I think it's really good.
Sweet. I will let her know then. Gay movies suffer a lot from bad scripts. Bless them, we gotta support them. When I saw the trailer for Bros, I didn't think it was gonna be that good.
I find in a lot of gay movies, they try to make homosexual relationships more heterosexual.
You're probably a bit scared.
Cis white gay man of the year.
It was actually an intelligent script. I actually enjoyed it, and I would recommend that people go see it.
How was the movie? It was so good. I recommend everyone see it.
I really liked the movie because it showed a side of gay relationships that aren't typically seen, especially in media.
What's your favorite part?
The fake bro sex scene.
Flexing on top.
Yeah.
Had people over to our place for drinks.
Oh no, my birthday was before the concert.
Yeah, I was on like a Thursday.
Our place is kind of a hub for people to gather.
But it was like really
And everyone was here at the same time, so it was a good opportunity to get everybody together to film the interviews, because it's very hard to get people to be at the same place at the same time.
I just want to know like what kind of background I'm gonna be in, you know?
We'll do so quick. Okay, so
I'm gonna look weird because I'm like looking in the weird.
But just say like, hi, my name's Dillon. Can you say the word tarot in a sentence?
Tarot in a sentence.
Be yourself. Don't even think that it's recording.
Hi, I'm Will. Oh, fucking hell. I'm so dry.
You need water?
Water, yeah.
I don't know. It's tough. I don't know. See, that's tough because those questions are tough.
He actually found our place, which I'm...
Shit.
Sweet, bro. I'm gonna hate this episode so much.
No, it'll be so good.
We got it.
Cool.
But I was really drunk. So if the audio sounds kind of messed up, that's my fault. So that's why I'm wearing a mic right now, because...
It shows that you're learning, you know?
Yes. As one must. When one produces a whole show by themselves without a camera crew.
Exactly.
We're gonna start eating cereal?
So we're gonna see Trixie and Katya.
We're waiting a whole year for it.
A year ago, Taryn got tickets to Trixie and Katya, and so finally the time's come for us to go.
I told my friend that I got the tickets. He told his friend, and a couple other friends came, so we all ended up at the Trixie and Katya show. It was so fun.
He's looking for us.
Welcome to the Trixie and Katya Live.
We got a t-shirt and like a fan, almost $100. So get that bag, Trixie.
Roll in the club, all eyes on me. I'm that bitch, walk straight to VIP. Table in my name, living life, no shame. This bitch touching my bottle, about to wish she never came.
I live in a fellow named Will, who has won WCS, which is the World Cosplay Summit.
Hi, I'm Will. I'm from Australia and I cosplay for a living. That's great, moving in with Kieran. We are both cosplayers. He borrows my knowledge and I borrow his shit.
I was never gonna catch up building the YouTube channel. Like me and my editor, we've been chatting about analyzing like what people like to see from me and that kind of thing. Weirdly enough, people really like it when I talk about Sailor Moon. So I was like, I can talk about Sailor Moon. I can unbox all of the things.
Cosplay is a big part of my life. I love going to different anime, comic, video game conventions, things like that.
This is some of it.
I did not have a lot of friends growing up. I isolated myself at a very early age. Nearing the end of high school, I was diagnosed with borderline obese. I deleted the worst pictures years later, and I regret doing that because it makes me feel like the people that made fun of me at the time won.
I think this is gonna be one of my next ones.
Gay culture is not what it was like even 10 plus years ago. Being the fat kid in school on top of being the fat keeping to myself was the safest thing. When I discovered cosplay, it became such an important part of my life because it would be an escape just to leave myself behind and be an aspect of that character.
I'm very obsessed with character recent years lately. I don't know if I'm turning into a furry.
When the costume comes off, when the character is gone, maybe I'll be able to embody that just a little bit more.
Our workshop space. Our common space and living room doubles as our workshop space.
Yeah. I got into cosplay high school. I have Asian parents. They want the traditional become an accountant or become a doctor route for me. That just wasn't me.
I like to have shit like here. Usually this is where I would work on stuff and then I'll stream from this area as well.
Probably 2010, I won our national cosplay comp. Places like Denmark, Netherlands, France started flying me over to just appear and judge their competitions.
Going to be a sword. It's gotta be a sword.
Now I get texts from my parents asking me whether I'm working on a costume or I'm slacking off.
My Sailor Moon shit. I dropped a lot of money on this. This is probably altogether about $5,000.
I'm that kind of person who like looks at the mirror and be like, ugh.
Plastic, mate.
When people come up to me and tell me like they love my work, they love the things that I do, I'm very thankful for it.
This one was my world championship one. Living with another cosplayer is good.
There's a mutual understanding when the house ends up in disaster for the sake of it.
Well, yeah, I mean, you've crunched more than I have.
Which is weird.
So Kieran and Will are our cosplayer friends, and they just moved in together, and they were having a housewarming party.
I mean, I like having people over, but I don't like inviting people. So Kieran had to do it.
I'll go bury you in the bathtub later.
We're gonna get bathtub
With Toaster Kun.
with Toaster Kun.
Haven't you missed this?
I don't know. Taryn responds to me more on Instagram than Facebook. I think my friend all here.
It's like $8 million all here. It's like $5,000.
It's kind of a cool experience to see inside the living space of professional cosplayers.
I still have to learn how to properly play it.
Oh yeah, your ocarina.
It's like a Comic-Con inside of an apartment.
You've been a sensory overload right now.
The ceilings were tall and they were very accommodating, and it was a really nice party.
I love Articuno, but it's like it's one rock move away from death. James Franco. Tyler.
Dan and I go way back to 2009.
Did you miss these cheekbones?
Look at those cheekbones and that jawline.
In season 1 of The Valley, Dan was in it. That was the first time I ever did this, but he didn't really have a fair shakedown.
Favorite memory from 2009?
Oh, was meeting you at the bar. It was like my first time like seeing other gay guys and like experiencing Lady Gaga for the first time.
Do you remember anything from season 1?
Yeah, I just remember the way I wanted to play out just completely backfired.
As young people do, they tend to be a little bit judgy. Dan was nervous and he was a bit awkward.
Someone take that away from him, please.
Dan.
I'm dating a party, actually.
I like him sometimes, but right now not so much. Is he actually leaving? Can somebody come with me? Somebody come with me.
Because of that, I think he kind of felt really like isolated from people.
Instead of people being kind, they ostracized me, which was eye-opening.
It's very immature.
Now, like, we're friends to this day, and he's actually one of the nicest people that I know.
From the back, not that innocent.
Little foot massager.
Yeah, it feels good.
Logan got back to me with the first color draft.
Oh, so cute.
I know, I think it's adorable. And like, I still think the camera might be a problem. Because I don't think people like will really know why that's there.
Why don't I just make my hands go like this instead?
Yeah, both hands going like that?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, now that I think about it, am I wearing the same shirt that video happened in?
Oh my god.
I think I am.
This is the shirt that you were wearing when I asked you out.
Yeah.
That's so cute.
That's so funny.
Taryn's never been to a Fright Night, and Taryn was really excited for Fright Night.
I was so excited to go to Fright Night. I've been in Vancouver for a really long time, and I've never been to the P&E.
I was not so excited.
Oh my god.
I was A, hungover, and B, had just come from a Thanksgiving potluck, so I was stuffed full of food.
I don't like that at all. Oh god. That goes right above our head.
I wasn't hungover at all.
Hi.
How are you guys?
Yeah, we're very close by.
I've already been on all those rides many times. That's not how I want to die. I'm good.
had a blast. I was so excited to be there.
Oh yeah.
Taryn convinced me to go on one ride. That one that like takes you up into the sky on those swings and then like spins you around.
So Chris is afraid of heights a bit.
Not afraid of heights.
Okay. So there's this ride I really wanted to go on. Chris really didn't want to go on it, but he did it for me and I was very grateful.
I'm hungover, and by the way, you're sitting in a swing with a seatbelt and a metal bar, and that's it. Your instincts are like, I am in danger. But once that passes, it's actually kind of nice. But mostly it's just like the G-force and it was a lot, but I did it. I did it for Taryn. I thought the teacup ride would be safe. It's like, oh, the teacup ride. And then Taryn grabs the thing and goes, and I'm like, I'm still hungover.
I love Halloween.
I mean, there's Value Village and then there's Spirit Halloween.
I considered looking at costumes of like the Elrond in the new Lord of the Rings, but I have a completely different face shape.
Halloween is kind of like gay Christmas, so everyone likes to plan for it, especially this year because this is like the first Halloween where everyone is out dancing, like all together.
I'm such a perfectionist.
I know.
You can't worry about that.
All these AI-generated elvins.
I typed in blonde, shirtless male elf.
Yeah.
Do you want to see what came back?
Yes.
You shot the time.
Yeah.
It's a
so much
human
torso.
centaur.
It's Grinder in human form.
Oh my lord.
I sent that one to Lenny.
This one?
Yeah, that one.
I dressed up as Dream from The Sandman. It's very easy for me to dress up as white guys with brown hair, and there are a lot of those on TV.
What are the other options?
They're the red ones here. For Halloween, my costume was David Martinez from Cyberpunk Edgerunners, the anime.
Did you see my Instagram story?
Oh, the red ones.
I like the red ones.
The red is like, you're very colorful.
You have silver on me. I'm just gonna stand up in the mirror and have a look at it.
All right, who are you?
I'm David Martinez from Cyberpunk Edgerunners.
And I am Dream from Sandman. I think these are pretty good costumes.
Yeah, I think so too.
And they're both relevant.
Yeah. Did you say they're both relevant and looked at Tyler?
What?
No. I was just seeing who was standing there.
No, Chris is like, oh, these are pretty good costumes, and they're both relevant, and then looked at you.
No, that wasn't
Am I relevant? We started with pre-drinking.
Then it's time to go to the main event.
And then we ended up going to a warehouse party. The night was kind of special because it was the first time that we had like a big get-together. A lot of friends I haven't seen in a long time all came. It was nice to come out all together again.
So the t-shirts I ordered finally came in.
I have often dreamed.
It was really cool to see them actually on us.
The crowds will cheer.
Okay, ready?
Okay. Oh, that's so cute.
Isn't it?
Yeah. That actually fits you very well. What size is that?
Small.
Oh, of course.
Can you come a little closer?
Aww.
Oh my gosh, the color palettes with the drawing was perfect. The art that my coworker made was so good.
Do you want to do a reveal? All right, ready?
Yep.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
I like that. It's not about how many I sell or if I even sell any, but just the fact that I had the experience to be able to do that was really cool. All right, you show it, model it, do a little spin.
Me, I'm gonna spin.
Chris, I have a question.
Yeah.
What do you hope for F6?
Okay. I hope that people will become more comfortable being open about their personal lives on camera.
And the fabric is a lot more softer than I expected.
What are you hoping for in the future?
I feel like I've hit a whole new stage of my life. One of my goals is to make more content. Do what all the Instagram models do.
Rub your hands together and lick your lips for some reason.
Yeah.
I like it.
Me too. I've definitely felt that shift and I'm ready to do something new. I know another way that we can make them kiss.
I'd be interested in filming other people, other friend groups. It's not a set cast.
These will be available on the website.
Yeah, and other things too.
But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Just like the video.
Yeah.
I think filming this episode went well, but waiting to see how people react when they see themselves on camera, that will be the real test.
What you expecting? I don't know. Don't expect anything. Just said it.